date is December 18th in time for this week's Friday Funnies. And according to my calculations, today is the 5th day of Christmas, which would normally call for a gift of 5 gold rings. But unfortunately for Tiger Woods, his wife has stopped wearing any gold rings and instead will be presenting him with a gift of 5 lawyers suing. And as Tiger's off-course accomplishments continue to grow, he was named this week as the Athlete of the Decade. Too bad that decade didn't end just a couple of months earlier. And in a related story, Bernie Madoff was named as the Financial Planner of the Century, which coincidentally will be exactly how long he's going to be spending in prison. But enough bad news. It's 1 week before Christmas and it's time for glad tidings. So be glad that you're not any of the people in this week's news. In honor of Santa's upcoming journey around the world, we have decided to dedicate this week's Friday Funnies to stories of a global nature. In other words, all of the funnies this week will be considered news from around the world. Our first stop takes us to Aachen, Germany, where a 74-year-old man and a 35-year-old woman were at the local market doing some last-minute grocery shopping. They both spied the last remaining cart and struggled for it, and the old man wrestled it away from the woman. When he did that, her brother jumped in and punched the senior in the breadbasket, knocking him to his knees, and took his cart. When the old man recovered, he went looking for the people who stole his cart, and when he found them, he clubbed the brother over the head with a salami. And at this point, the girl's mother, who was also with them, grabbed a 4-pound wedge of Parmesan cheese and attempted to stab the sausage-wielding geezer with it. Finally, police were called when the situation went from bad to worst. Wurst. It's a German word. It means sausage, because these are news from around the world. All right, let's move on now to Nishi, China. Over in China, Hu Luong trained monkeys in the martial art of Taekwondo. And he did this to entertain shoppers at the local mall. Well, the monkeys during one performance apparently decided they had enough of show business, and they attacked Mr. Luong using their newfound combat skills. One of the monkeys punched him in the eye, while the other one delivered a roundhouse kick to his head, which sent him to the ground. When he got up, he picked up a stick to defend himself, but the monkeys had armed themselves as well and started beating him over the head. The bystanders were cheering wildly, especially for the lead monkey, who they were convinced was the reincarnation of Bruce Lee. All right, we know there's an awful lot of coffee in Brazil, but there are no nuts in San Pablo, Colombia. Over in Colombia, Luis Alphonse Sanchez is a 40-year-old farmer, and his wife has refused to have sex with him. So instead of getting a divorce or having an affair, Senor Sanchez took the next most logical step and decided to castrate himself. He had previously castrated pigs and bulls on his farm, so he took a razor blade and he sliced off his sensitive bits. His wife commented by saying, "Oh yeah, he threatened to do it, but quite honestly, I didn't think he could pull it off." Now for our final story, let's travel to Chiba, Japan. Over in Japan, a man was arrested for urinating in a woman's apartment. Okay, the problem was he did it from outside of the apartment through the mail slot in her door. His name was Yuki Oshima, and he said he was enamored with the woman and just wanted to show his love. I don't know how they spell it in Japanese, but in English, there is no P in love. Hey, that's all I have for you this week, and this week's Funnies from around the world. Next Friday will be Christmas Day, so next week's Friday Funnies will be coming to you on Thursday, Christmas Eve. Keep an eye out for them, and until then, ho, ho, ho! Excuse me, ho!